Welcome everyone. In this video, I will tell you. Let's say this like entire motif looks very flat. It does looks flat because there's just flat colors in it, and you want to give it a little 3D look. So what will you do? For that, I'm going to teach you how to do that. So let's get going. You need to work with the brush this time to give it a 3D look, three-dimensional look, right? For that, what you should do is you go to brush, select a brush tool. All right, click this part of the brush tool. Make sure you have selected soft round brush. Okay, and then you also should go click here and make sure the hardness is 0. Also reduce its opacity. By default opacity is 100. Reduce it by let's say 55 is good. Yeah, okay. And then let's say you want to add its little shades in this big yellow flower. For that, what you need to do is you need to find the layer of this flower. So the layer for this flower was color 1, right? You click color 1, activate color 1, and you make a new layer on top. The name it as like maybe render 1, right? So you'll remember color 1 is the big yellow flower and render 1 it's rendering, right? Now what you need to do is select the brush, make sure your caps lock is off. Okay, your caps lock should be off, and then now you can increase or decrease the size of the brush by pressing big bracket on your keyboard and small bracket on your keyboard. So adjust a decent scale for your brush, right? And now you need to make a shade because you want to color this shade on top. So for that, what you need to do is you go to eyedropper tool again, you select this color, and then you double click this and make a shade of this color by just going down. Press OK. Now go back, select the color tool. Now go back, select the brush tool. And before, if you start painting it on top here, see your brush effect paint, it's going out of the shape, out of your motif, and you don't want that. So I'm pressing Ctrl Z. Okay. So what you need to do is you need to make a selection first. For that, what you could do is you keep pressing Ctrl on your keyboard and click anywhere on the thumbnail of color 1. So you know this entire contents in the color 1 layer is selected. Also notice that outline is not selected. So you as a artist, you also need to dissolve the outline, and you want to work on that as well. So what you need to do is you keep pressing Ctrl this time with Shift. So you see the icon changes here. You keep pressing Ctrl with Shift. So when you keep pressing Ctrl with Shift and click here on the outline, so the entire outline along with the yellow flower is selected. But the problem is that you only want to work on the yellow flower and you don't want to work on the leaves and all. So what you could do is you could zoom in, okay, and you can deselect the unwanted outline which you don't want to work on. So in order to do that, you select this option, subtract to selection, and now you subtract these part out. Now you subtract this part out, the unwanted outline, like this. So I'll randomly make a rough polygon around it. Double click, so the outline is deselected. I'll also do the same here. And I also need to do the same around this part. Right? So now I have deselected all the unwanted outlines. So now you take your brush and start doing rendering at the edges. Make sure when you're doing rendering, applying brush, the center of the brush should be on the outline. This way you will get a perfect effect of darks and lights. Alright, now you zoom in to your flower and also reduce this size of your brush. And you do the same thing again on the outline. Again, I'm going to reduce the scale of the brush this time more. I'm going to zoom in more and I'll do the same thing on the outline. The point is to dissolve the outline. See, this looks better now because it looks more 3D. It has some volume. It has some depth. Now you can get rid of this part as well. You can color this part if you want. Okay, so now you can also do one thing, that you can change its layer blending modes. So do you see this normal here? You just click on this tiny arrow and you scroll through these effects and see what fits the best. So let's suppose you select multiply, or maybe whatever effects look good on your design. In my case, let's say I'm selecting multiply. So now you just notice the look of the flower. It was this earlier flat and now it is a little three-dimensional. It has a little volume to it. So it looks interesting. So now the same steps to be taken and apply in the entire design, and it will bring your motif alive, and it will bring your motif, make your motif look different than it was. It will break the monotony of flatness. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do give a subscribe. See you in another video. Take care. Have fun.